All right, what's going on, y'all? Listen and listen closely. Don't forget the website is east-coasthiphop.com. Link is in the description box. So let's talk about this whole DJ Akademiks, Meek Mill, Karceno for life situation. Let's talk Karceno for life first. Karceno for life is a guy from Chicago, from the Midwest. Used to be a promoter, was around industry cats for a while. The industry changed, and, he's obviously not as relevant in music as he once was, which is why he tells all those stories about, the people he knew. So, yeah, he knew some people. He was in the music promotion business for a while. And when he really doesn't like somebody, he tries to go and attack that person. It may not necessarily mean that they have bad music. They're bad people. He just simply, when he doesn't like somebody or disagrees with something, or if he ran into them and he felt like they didn't show him enough respect or love, he goes on a tirade about them, which is kind of why you see him always throwing shots at Meek Mill. I mean, it's obvious. It's not about the music. It's not about Minaj. It's not about other things. It's about he genuinely doesn't like Meek Mill for some reason. Me, if I don't like an artist, I just don't listen to him. I'll say, I think this artist is whack. I think it's dope. I'll be honest. I'll be biased, and I'll keep it moving. But for some weird reason, this dude has an immense amount of hate for Meek Mill. So I don't know, whatever promotion party or whatever he thought happened, he's got a, no matter what it was, whether it's Game, Nicki Minaj, DJ, look at all his videos. Anytime somebody diss Meek Mill or any chance he get the shit on Meek Mill, he shits on him. There's a lot of artists I don't like, but anytime I get a chance to shit on them, I don't do it. I want to know the truth, and that's it. I want to know each side to every story, and then I want to know the truth. So that's his whole beef. Any chance he get the shit on Meek, he's going to shit on him because he got some imaginary beef with him. I guess because he wasn't able to promote his shit the way he wanted to promote it or whatever. If he had a problem with Meek in the past, he should do like Master P did and just not talk about it. Master P used to manage Meek Mill, but now he doesn't manage him anymore. But P never really talks about that because Master P is a stand-up dude. He just says what he says and he keeps going. I'm going to get the DJ Akademiks because this is where I think this whole new generation of hip-hop and having your opinion online where it goes wrong. Now, online is beautiful. It lets you know people that you would have never known before. It lets you comment, give your opinion, give you new content. You don't have to rely on the radio shows. However, in the 90s, you didn't have to rely on radio either because we had the mom and pop stores that you could buy music from in each city and each hood, and you could be independent. That's how E40 got big. He was out the trunk with it and then found a way to distribute his stuff in the little hood mom and pop stores that sold hip hop and, underground music. Like the FYEs. Remember, they used to have those. They don't have those like they used to. It's all internet stuff. And that's what's killing the game. If you don't have a great buzz, you can't get a show. You don't make money off, record sales anymore. That's another discussion. But my problem is with this generation is they feel like they can say whatever they want, be disrespectful as hell, and then just say it's your opinion. Your opinion is, I like Nas or I like Jay-Z. Or I think Jay-Z won that battle or I thought Nas won that battle. Your opinion is not Jay-Z's whack, this nigga ugly, he's lame, he ain't street, all this other extra stuff. Then when Jay-Z gets you in a corner, then you switch it up and say, oh, well, I'm going to call the cops. I'm not a street nigga, so I'm going to call the cops. That's not having your opinion. That's talking shit and then trying to get away with talking shit. And it'll be a part 2 of this. When you go back to the Meek Drake beef, you see that Drake made 2 diss songs on Meek. First thing Akademiks says is 0 for 2, Meek's losing, blah, 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 this, and that, yada, yada, yada. Here's why that's dumb as hell and why that doesn't make sense. One, the beef was over him not writing his own lyrics. If you know a nigga doesn't write his own lyrics, and that he's got somebody else ghostwriting for him, why would you respond to him when you know that that's not him writing those shits? Because the first diss song he didn't get a lot of attention. People was like, it's whack. Then he got back to back, and then people was like, okay. And then radio stations were crazy with it, and then they kept playing it, and playing it again. But you saying somebody's 0 for 2 and not responding and saying that they're 0 for 2 and they're losing right now doesn't make any damn sense, because what you are is that new generation of online dorks who just like to keep shit going. I'm not going to respond to somebody who's not writing their own lyrics. He's cheating off top. I'm not going against him. I'm going against his ghostwriter. So for Meek not to respond actually was a smart thing, not a dumb thing, because he's not responding to Drake. He's responding to Drake's ghostwriter. 2, when you say that somebody's losing because you just want to hear a response, is dumb. When Nas dissed Jay-Z on Ether after the takeover, you didn't get that response in 2 weeks. You didn't get it in 2 days. Everybody was waiting around. Funk Flex, everybody was waiting for the response. It came like 6-7 months later. Takeover was in Summer Jam. Nas didn't come out with a response until like December, around Christmas time. So sometimes you can't get a response in 2 days anyway and say whether somebody won or lost. But then like the little subliminals you throw at Meek. And I'm going to finish this in the next video, where you say he got his career killed and Nicki Minaj this and Game this. Like, you lying. You say you from Jersey, but you know you lying out your mouth when you say that Game came to Philly and Meek's goons didn't do nothing. If you from Jersey, you know how Philly's set up. If you've been to Philly, you know South Philly has 2 sides to it. It has South Street, which is a very, very heavily policed in a tourist area. And then you also have South Philly, where Beanie Siegel from, on the other side of Broad Street, where it gets raw and gritty. And on the other side of that, you got Southwest Philly. When you put on your blog and say Game came to Philly, ate a cheesesteak, didn't nobody do nothing, you knew where Game was at. That's like a nigga saying he got beef with a Chirac rapper and then going in Evanston or downtown Chicago and getting a Chicago-style pizza or on Lakeshore Drive, where it's nothing but 100 police at, and then be talking shit. That don't make sense. We know damn well Game didn't get out of Broad and Erie and go into Max's and get a cheesesteak. He didn't go in his hood. And for all you people out there who just listen to DJ Akademiks and don't understand, Philadelphia is the 5th largest city in the country. It's a big ass city. It's all different type of parts to it. So he went to Geno's or Pat's. I can't remember. Geno and Pat's is on the Food Network, Discovery Channel, all that. It's a very safe area. He got out, got a cheesesteak, and then got back in. No nigga with a criminal past, on probation, criminal history, and especially with Meek just getting out of jail that year, is going to pull up and with guns in an area where you know you're going to get arrested in less than 2 seconds and say something to him. Then Game putting the bullshit on social media, acting like he actually went to Max's and got out and got a cheesesteak and took a picture through a glass window through a damn car or van or whatever it was. That's even more hilarious. The even saddest thing about it, if people really want to know if Game went to Max's cheesesteak, there's like 4 police cameras by SEPTA and by the Philadelphia police at Broad and Erie. And I guarantee you they would see this 6'4" dude with a gold chain on and a big coat walking into Max's getting a cheesesteak with 1,000 goons standing right there on the corner all day, every day. So that's that fact check. When Akademiks say a lot of shit, he don't fact check. He just try and keep people going side to side and in a circle. Tell a good side, tell a bad side, and then tell the truth. With the Drake Meek Mill, and I'll finish this in part 2. This is where I'm going to begin part 2. This is just part 1. In part 2, I'm going to talk about when you do a diss record, you got to play it every hour. When they played Ether versus Takeover, they played one and then the next one, and then the people decide. Drake can't win a battle just because the radio plays it every hour. He's a damn entertainer pop star. It should be played, like when Game goes at Meek Mill, it should be played his this song, then his this song. Same thing when Drake goes against Meek Mill, and it should keep on playing that shit. They should keep on playing it until the people decide that was a dope diss record. A diss record can't just be one artist's song being played over and over again and not playing the other artist's song. That's not a diss record. That's favoritism. that's radio, that's commercial, that's bullshit. That's the reason why the internet was created, because people have to have the fair one. This person's opinion, that person's opinion, and then the numbers, which is the truth. I'll finish my argument in part 2 about this whole Karceno for Life Akademiks Meek Mill shit, and then we gonna move on to something new in hip hop. Peace.